Having done this vlog now for 280 days, I'm realizing that it's not so much the act of actually writing every day that keeps your work going, that keeps momentum going, that keeps your writing strong. That would be easy. To just show up and do it every day would be easy. The trick, the real trick to this whole thing is that you maintain the focus. That by writing every day, you're maintaining the idea of writing being your top priority, or at least one of your top priorities in your life. Lately, I've talked about how I've been sort of juggling a couple of other side projects here in addition to my writing. I mentioned kind of, my meet coming up and also my chess tournament and all that. And so with these other things now coming up and sort of taking a bit of a larger role in my time, although I am writing every day, and although I've been focusing every day on getting my writing done, there's a downside to it. There's another side to that problem, and it is very simply that when you add things into your life and the focus goes away from one of your primary your primary sort of goals that you have at the start, that goal gets less focus, and the less focus you have, the less you are in kind of in the long term basically going to be improving in that area. Although I've been writing every day, my writing I feel like has not been as strong, it's not been as on point, simply because I've had focus in other areas. I've had other things happening right now that have taken up my time. And so I'm still showing up, I'm still doing the writing, but because it's not at the forethought of my mind, because it's not the thing that I'm thinking about, constantly, or because it's not the thing that I'm focusing on in those moments where you're bored or in your car driving, whatever. Because I'm not thinking about that, the focus is gone and the writing has not been as strong. I'm still trudging ahead, still getting my story done, but it's less, and that is, I guess, some of the trade-off. If you want to have multiple things going on in your life, the focus that you have and I think the quality of what you do is going to be diminished. I think it's probably just a little bit. I don't think my writing has gone down like substantially at all by any means in terms of quality, but because I'm not constantly thinking about it, I have noticed that it's not quite as strong as it was. Yeah, and that's, it's a sad thing. It's hard because, you don't ever want to become so focused on one thing, so obsessive with one thing, and then negate everything else in your life. But I do think that's the honest truth, that you will get a little bit further by just focusing on just this one area of interest. And so I guess going forward in these coming months, I'm not changing my plans at all, but it's something that I'm being more aware of now. It's something that I'm needing to refocus myself on, is the idea of constantly coming back to my top priority, which is the writing. That's still my number one priority. And so constantly kind of reminding myself, hey, this is what matters here. Getting this done is what matters. That's going to have to happen. And so as far as what I achieved today, I got, I don't know, I got a few paragraphs written this morning. I feel like I'm doing all this in paragraphs. I feel like I'm getting, a handful of paragraphs done each day, and then what I'm doing is I'm getting a larger chunk maybe done on certain days. Is what I feel that like my writing has become at this point. Not ideal, not necessarily ideal there. I've talked before about the idea of not necessarily batching your writing, but I'm being consistent with it. So I'm consistently putting down paragraphs, and then one day where my writing's on fire, awesome, keep pushing that particular day. I did talk, by the way, like I think 2 days ago on the vlog about how well my writing, or how I stopped basically in the middle of a section that was really emotional, and I was trying to come back and I want to see how good the quality has been. Surprisingly, the section that I talked about there that I left off and decided to come back to, and I was like, never do that, never do that. Always write through those sections in immediately. Actually came out okay. It actually ended up working itself out okay. I ended up actually finishing that up, which is what yesterday and today was all about, was getting that section kind of finished up. Actually was good. It surprisingly actually went well. So I guess no complaints in that regard. Yeah, I don't know if I got lucky or what, or or if I'm just lying to myself. But yeah, so I ripped that out. As far as where I'm at now, I don't know, a few weeks left to get this thing done, and yeah, I'll probably have it done in about I don't know, probably about a week and a half. My guess is that sometime in the last week of November, or sorry, sometime the second to last week of November, or of September, I'm gonna have this section written. So that'll be awesome. That I can get back. I can start going through, making my final passes over the next few months. So I will see you all tomorrow, though. Until then, happy writing, and again, I'll see you tomorrow.